Welcome back to Charette Theory, your trusted source for thoughtful design insights that help you shape a home that feels modern, functional, and timeless. Whether you're a homeowner, a design enthusiast, or just someone who wants to get more from the spaces you live in every day, you're in the right place. Today, we're unpacking the secrets behind designing a Neo-Futurist kitchen, but with a seasonal twist. We're focusing on how to make it feel perfectly suited for long, bright summer days. This means combining clean, forward-thinking design with ideas that make your kitchen feel open, light, and comfortable even in the warmest months of the year. If you're considering a remodel, planning a new build, or just gathering ideas for the future, this guide will help you understand what makes Neo-Futurist design unique and how to bring its best qualities into your own kitchen. We'll look at how to plan a smart layout, choose the right materials and colors, use light effectively, and integrate technology in a way that feels natural and easy to live with. So, grab a notebook if you'd like, get comfortable, and let's break down all the practical ways you can create a kitchen that feels both ahead of its time and perfect for warm, light-filled summer living. Let's get started. Before we jump in, if you love exploring inspiring design ideas and architectural stories, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on what's coming next. Alright, let's get into it. Before you pick a cabinet style or choose a color for your walls, it's important to really understand the idea behind Neo-Futurism and why it works so well for kitchens, especially when you want a space that feels fresh and bright during the summer months. At its core, Neo-Futurism is about optimism. It comes from the belief that good design and new technology can help us live better, more efficient, and more enjoyable lives. In a kitchen, this doesn't just mean filling the room with the latest gadgets, it means planning every part of the space so that it works smarter, feels more open, and stays easy to maintain day after day. A Neo-Futurist kitchen is defined by smooth, uninterrupted surfaces, simple lines, and an overall look that's uncluttered yet visually interesting. Unlike traditional or rustic styles that lean on visible detail, Neo-Futurism focuses on what you don't see: hidden storage, integrated appliances, and clever ways to keep daily mess tucked out of sight. The result is a space that always feels tidy and ready for anything, whether you're cooking alone on a weekday morning or hosting friends for a summer dinner. But Neo-Futurism is not just about sleekness, it also includes natural shapes and organic curves. Some designs use flowing, sculptural elements alongside straight lines to create balance. This makes the space feel more comfortable and less rigid. Light plays a huge role too. Large windows, skylights, and clever artificial lighting help brighten every corner. This is especially important during summer, when you want your kitchen to feel connected to the outdoors. Glass doors that open to a patio or a breakfast nook filled with daylight can turn an everyday kitchen into a refreshing retreat. So when you think about Neo-Futurism for your own kitchen, think of it as a framework that combines modern materials, advanced technology, and smart design decisions to make your daily routines feel easier and your space feel naturally inviting. By understanding this foundation, every choice you make, from layout to lighting, will help you build a kitchen that truly feels like it belongs to the future, yet suits the easy, open feeling we look for in summer living. Once you understand the core ideas of Neo-Futurism, it's time to think about one of the most important parts of any kitchen design: the layout. How you arrange your kitchen zones, how you move through the space, and how each area works together will make the difference between a kitchen that just looks modern and one that truly functions in a modern way. In a Neo-Futurist kitchen, the layout should feel open and flexible. This means stepping away from older, more enclosed kitchen designs and leaning into open concepts that connect the kitchen naturally to dining or living areas. If your floor plan allows, removing unnecessary walls or barriers is one of the simplest ways to create this sense of flow. Think carefully about how you actually use your kitchen. Where do you prep food? Where do you serve it? Where do people tend to gather while you cook? These questions will help you decide how to place your work zones. Unlike traditional kitchens that strictly follow the work triangle rule, with the sink, stove, and fridge at 3 points, a neo-futurist layout can break that mold. For example, you might design multiple workstations so that more than one person can prep comfortably at the same time. An oversized island can do double duty as extra counter space and a casual dining spot. If you entertain often, consider a separate beverage station or a hidden pantry that keeps traffic away from the main cooking zone. Flexibility is another important secret. Neo-futurist design embraces adaptable elements. Think movable islands, extendable countertops, or modular shelving that can be adjusted as your needs change. This makes the kitchen feel like it can grow with you, a forward-thinking idea that matches the neo-futurist spirit. Don't overlook pathways. Wide walkways make a big difference, especially during summer when the kitchen often becomes a hub for gatherings that flow in and out of the house. Ideally, you should have at least 1 to 1.2 meters of clearance between counters and islands to allow for smooth movement, even with multiple people cooking, serving, or cleaning at once. Also, think about sightlines. When you're standing at the sink or stove, what do you see? Neo-futurist kitchens often maintain clean, open sightlines that let you see into the living area or out through large windows. This connection to the rest of the home and the outdoors helps the kitchen feel less like a closed workspace and more like part of an open, adaptable living environment. Finally, plan your storage smartly. Integrated storage solutions, such as full-height cabinets, pull-out drawers, and hidden compartments, keep clutter out of view. This not only keeps the space tidy but also preserves the clean, continuous lines that are essential in a neo-futurist look. So, as you sketch out your layout, focus on how you move, how you live, and how you can keep the space open and organized. When you get this right, your neo-futurist kitchen will not only look ahead of its time, it will actually make daily life feel smoother, especially during the relaxed, social days of summer. With your layout planned, it's time to focus on the materials and finishes. These choices have a huge impact on how your neo-futurist kitchen feels day to day. In a summer-ready neo-futurist design, the goal is to pick surfaces that reflect and enhance natural light, look sleek and contemporary, and stay durable enough for real, daily use. Start with your cabinetry. This is one of the largest surfaces in any kitchen, so it sets the tone for the whole room. High-gloss finishes are a classic choice for a neo-futurist look. Lacquered cabinet doors, polished laminates, or acrylic fronts help bounce light around the space, making it feel bigger and brighter. For a softer effect, consider mixing glossy panels with matte sections. This adds visual variety while keeping the clean, modern lines intact. Glass can be a useful material too. Frosted or back-painted glass cabinet fronts give you that reflective quality while hiding what's inside. If you prefer open shelves for display, combine them with closed cabinetry to keep clutter from taking over. Balance is key. Countertops are another big part of the overall look and feel. Neo-futurist kitchens lean toward materials that are sleek, smooth, and low maintenance. Quartz, solid surface composites, and large format porcelain slabs are all practical choices. They're non-porous, easy to clean, and come in finishes that look polished without feeling overly cold. For backsplashes, think beyond standard tiles. Full-height glass panels, stainless steel, or large seamless slabs can double as both functional and design elements. These reflective surfaces help capture natural daylight and spread it across the room. They're also easy to wipe down, which is important if you want your kitchen to keep that fresh, uncluttered vibe every day. Floors deserve just as much thought. Light-colored, polished concrete is a favorite in neo-futurist spaces because it looks clean and pairs well with both industrial and organic accents. If concrete feels too stark, large-format porcelain or ceramic tiles in pale shades are another good option. For those who prefer the warmth of wood, choose engineered planks in a light, natural tone with a smooth matte finish. This keeps the room feeling bright while adding a subtle touch of softness. Metal finishes bring in that subtle futuristic edge. Brushed stainless steel, aluminum details, or anodized hardware can show up in cabinet handles, faucets, or even integrated shelving. The key is to keep these accents understated. They should complement the clean lines instead of standing out too much. Another tip is to think about how different surfaces interact. Neo-Futurist kitchens often play with contrast, a high-gloss cabinet beside a matte stone worktop, a seamless glass backsplash against softly textured flooring. This layering keeps the space from feeling flat or sterile. One more thing to remember: durability is non-negotiable. It's tempting to focus only on the futuristic look, but kitchens work hard. Make sure your chosen materials can handle daily spills, splashes, and scrubbing without losing their sheen. Test samples if you can, and check finishes for ease of cleaning and resistance to scratches or stains. When you bring all these elements together, reflective cabinetry, smart countertop choices, seamless backsplashes, resilient floors, and subtle metal accents, your kitchen won't just look contemporary, it'll stand up to real summer life, whether that means morning coffee in the sun, family cooking sessions, or hosting friends for long, relaxed evenings. By the way, if you're enjoying this so far, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. We've got a lot more ideas coming your way. Now, back to the details. With the layout set and your materials chosen, the next secret, and one of the most important for any neo-futurist kitchen designed for summer, is mastering light. Natural light and layered artificial lighting are what make this style feel alive, fresh, and adaptable all day long. Start with natural light. It's free, it boosts mood, and it's perfectly in line with the open, optimistic spirit of neo-futurism. If you're building new or doing a major renovation, look for every opportunity to expand your windows. Think big picture windows, floor-to-ceiling glazing, or sliding glass doors that connect the kitchen directly to an outdoor space. If you have an island or main prep zone in the middle of the kitchen, adding a skylight or roof light above it can instantly make that area feel special. Skylights pull daylight deeper into the floor plan, brightening up spots that windows can't always reach. Even smaller changes can make a big impact. Adding clerestory windows. Those narrow strips of glazing high on the wall brings in extra daylight without sacrificing privacy. Transom windows above doors or between rooms can also help light filter through spaces naturally, which is perfect for an open concept layout. Once you've maximized the natural light, think carefully about how you'll use artificial lighting to keep the kitchen feeling bright, functional, and pleasant at all hours. In a neo-futurist kitchen, lighting shouldn't just be practical, it should feel like an intentional part of the design. Start with ambient light. This is your base layer. Recessed ceiling lights or slimline flush mounts keep the look clean and modern while providing even overall brightness. Avoid bulky fixtures that interrupt sightlines or clash with the kitchen's sleek surfaces. Next, tackle task lighting, which is essential for safe, comfortable cooking. Under-cabinet LED strips are a must. They light up countertops exactly where you need them. If you have open shelving, slim linear lights or small spotlights can do double duty as task and accent lighting. Accent lighting adds that final layer that makes a neo-futurist kitchen stand out. Toe kick lights under lower cabinets, uplighting along bulkheads or cabinet tops, or hidden LED strips along architectural lines can emphasize the room's shapes and materials without adding clutter. Integrated shelf or cabinet lighting can highlight display pieces or simply make the kitchen feel more dynamic after dark. One of the best things about modern lighting design is that it can be smart and adaptive. Use dimmable LEDs and smart bulbs so you can easily change brightness and color temperature throughout the day. During bright summer afternoons, you might want cooler, daylight-toned light that feels crisp and energizing. In the evenings, a warmer tone helps the space feel more relaxed and inviting. Also, think about switch placement and control. Neo-futurist design favors simplicity. Avoid a wall crowded with switches. Instead, integrate controls that handle multiple zones from a single panel, or use app-based and voice controls. This tech-forward approach is subtle but keeps the space feeling future-ready. Finally, remember that light isn't only about fixtures. Your material and color choices work hand in hand with it. Reflective surfaces, light-colored finishes, and glazed accents help daylight and artificial light bounce throughout the space. This makes the room feel larger, more open, and perfectly in tune with the bright, airy feeling you want for summer. So when you plan your Neo-Futurist kitchen, treat lighting as more than just an afterthought. It's a design tool that shapes mood, enhances materials, and brings your entire vision to life, morning to night. Now that your layout, materials, and lighting are planned, it's time to talk about color, one of the most effective tools for shaping the atmosphere of your Neo-Futurist kitchen, especially if you want it to feel calm, open, and refreshing for summer. A Neo-Futurist palette isn't about loud, busy colors. It's about using subtle shades to create a sense of lightness and flow. The base usually starts with bright neutrals, clean white, soft gray, or pale taupe. These tones make the most of natural daylight and allow reflective surfaces to do their work, bouncing light around the space so it always feels bright and open. White is a classic choice for cabinets, walls, and ceilings, but in a Neo-Futurist kitchen, it's rarely just plain flat white. Subtle undertones make a difference. A cool white with a hint of blue can enhance that crisp, high-tech feel, while a slightly warmer white softens the space and keeps it from feeling too sterile. Soft grays work beautifully on lower cabinets or islands if you want a bit of contrast without losing the airy vibe. They can help ground the design while still blending seamlessly with metallic accents and glass. Once your base is set, think about adding gentle, well-placed accent colors that connect with the season. For a summer Neo-Futurist kitchen, these accents are best kept fresh and minimal. Think pale aqua, muted mint, soft citrus tones, or a touch of silvery metallic. The idea is to echo the brightness and energy of summer without overpowering the calm, clean lines of the space. Where should these accents go? Use them in spots that are easy to update or swap out later if you want to change. Bar stools, small open shelves, cabinet hardware, or even a painted feature wall can carry these subtle pops of color. You could also introduce color through statement pieces, a bright glass backsplash, for example, or a single bold panel on an island. For some homeowners, adding a bit of natural warmth works well too. Light wood tones, like white oak or ash, can soften the overall look and connect the futuristic style to nature, which feels especially fitting for a kitchen that opens up to summer light and outdoor living spaces. Keep in mind, though, that balance is everything. In a Neo-Futurist kitchen, your color accents should never fight with the clean lines or the materials you've chosen. They're there to lift the mood, add subtle personality, and break up large surfaces of white or gray so the room doesn't feel flat. Another tip is to consider how your palette works under different lighting conditions. Colors can shift dramatically from morning sunlight to artificial light in the evening. Test paint swatches on site and check how they look at different times of day. This ensures your kitchen always feels fresh and pleasant, no matter the hour. When all the elements come together, the base neutrals, the reflective surfaces, and the subtle summer-inspired accents, your kitchen takes on that signature Neo-Futu. The final secret that brings a Neo-Futurist kitchen to life, and keeps it feeling truly future-ready, is thoughtful, well-integrated technology. Unlike a kitchen overloaded with visible gadgets and screens, the Neo-Futurist approach uses smart tech that feels invisible and effortless, supporting your daily routine without calling too much attention to itself. Let's start with appliances. A key part of this design style is hiding as much visual clutter as possible. Choose appliances that blend into your cabinetry. Panel-ready refrigerators, dishwashers, and even warming drawers can disappear behind the same finish as your cupboards, helping to maintain smooth, unbroken lines. For cooking, induction cooktops are a favorite in Neo-Futurist kitchens. They're sleek, often flush with the countertop, and visually unobtrusive. When not in use, they almost vanish into the surface, unlike bulky gas burners or old coil elements. Some newer models even have integrated touch controls and smart sensors that adjust heat levels automatically. Ventilation is another area where tech can stay subtle. Look for downdraft extractors that rise from the countertop only when needed, or ceiling-mounted hoods that are slim and minimal. These choices help keep sightlines open and the overall kitchen profile uncluttered. Smart faucets add convenience without feeling intrusive. Touchless designs or models with voice activation can make daily tasks like washing up or filling pots quicker and more hygienic, especially useful when your hands are full during meal prep. Lighting, too, can benefit from discrete tech. Install smart LED strips and recessed fixtures that can be controlled through an app or voice assistant. Program different settings for morning prep, midday brightness, or softer evening moods. You can even tie your lights to motion sensors, so they switch on automatically when you walk in. Adding another layer of efficiency that feels futuristic yet natural. Don't overlook connectivity. A modern kitchen isn't just for cooking, it's a space where people check recipes on tablets, watch the news, or even work while having a snack. Design with this in mind by planning built-in charging stations, discrete power outlets in drawers or under counters, and dedicated spots to dock devices safely away from spills and heat. Some homeowners take it a step further with integrated home assistants or smart screens built into backsplash or appliance panels. These features can display recipes, manage grocery lists, or control other connected devices in the house. The key is that they stay subtle, visible only when you need them. Storage can also benefit from smart ideas. Motorized cabinets that open with a tap, corner units that slide out smoothly, or shelves that light up when opened add a sense of quiet innovation. It's not about showing off technology for its own sake. It's about making everyday tasks more comfortable and keeping the space looking organized at all times. Throughout all these choices, the big takeaway is this: in a neo-futurist kitchen, technology should feel seamless. Every smart feature should fade into the background when not in use. When you need it, it's there. When you don't, it doesn't clutter your space or distract from the simple, open look you've created. By blending hidden appliances, smart systems, and intuitive tech into your summer kitchen, you keep the focus on what really matters: an airy, light-filled place where you can cook, gather, and enjoy the season, all while knowing your kitchen is ready for the future. Before you wrap up your design plan, here are a few practical tips to keep in mind as you turn ideas into reality. First, remember that a neo-futurist kitchen works best when form and function stay equal partners. If a choice looks great but makes cooking harder, rethink it. This style is about clean lines and advanced materials, but it must handle real, everyday use. Test finishes before you commit. Run your hand across sample panels, check how easily they clean, and see how they reflect light in your actual space. Next, plan for hidden storage early. Many people underestimate just how much closed storage they really need. Tuck away small appliances you don't use every day, build in drawers that glide smoothly, and use smart corner units to get the most out of awkward spaces. These hidden zones keep countertops clear, essential for that clutter-free neo-futurist feel. Think about your workflow. Visualize yourself cooking dinner on a busy weeknight or preparing for a weekend brunch. Where will you chop vegetables? Where will groceries be stored when you come home from the market? Walk through these daily steps to spot potential friction points in your plan. Also, consider lighting placement before walls are closed up. Map out where ambient, task, and accent lighting will go, and run the wiring properly from the start. Retrofitting later usually costs more and limits what you can do. Finally, don't be afraid to blend high-tech features with simple, timeless elements. You might choose voice-controlled lights and a hidden fridge, but balance them with a warm wood stool or a simple open shelf that softens the overall look. Neo-Futurism works best when it feels practical and inviting, not cold or overcomplicated. So as you bring all these ideas together, from your flexible layout and smart materials to layered lighting, subtle color choices, and discrete tech, keep in mind that the real secret is balance. A neo-futurist kitchen isn't about pushing every detail to the extreme. It's about creating a calm, adaptable space that feels ready for the future while staying comfortable for everyday living. This style works beautifully for summer because it embraces openness, daylight, and a sense of freedom. Done well, it becomes a bright hub where you can cook, relax, gather, and enjoy every long, sunny day to its fullest. Remember, design should always fit you, not the other way around. So adapt these ideas to your lifestyle. Take what makes sense for your home, your routines, and your taste. That's how you'll create a kitchen that doesn't just follow a trend but genuinely supports how you want to live. Thank you for spending this time with Charette Theory. If you found this guide useful, please subscribe, share your thoughts in the comments, and tell us what other spaces or design styles you'd like to see broken down step by step. Until next time, enjoy your bright days ahead, and happy designing.